Is it possible to get over sadness? Well, if it's possible to become sad, why is it not possible to get over it? So, number one thing is good news that just like you become sad, you can unbecome sad too. Sadness is not some kind of an emotion that descends from the heavenly planets and kind of settles with us. It's not a curse that someone gives you either, actually. Sadness often misunderstood, like is often misunderstood. It's a product of a lifestyle, of poor choices that we make. It's not something that's just hit us from somewhere. When we live our lives in the mode of ignorance, then sadness is a natural byproduct of it. Krishna explains this in the 14th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita that, those who are in the mode of ignorance are like, are, he kind of describes the kind of behaviors and he says, you're addicted to, what's I can't remember the exact things, but anyways, madness, indolence, lamentation, all of these qualities are described. So it is a product of our lifestyle. But you know what? More important question than how can I get over sadness is, let me ask you this, like, what are you going to do when you get over the sadness? What do you want to do by not being sad? Because that might be the key that you're looking for. If And then the other question is, what got you here in the first place? So you're sad today because of what? You didn't get what you want, or your life didn't turn out to be the way. But what was your idea of life in terms of what I should get? If you notice, the problem is with what we want. What I'm trying to really say is that, if you were not sad, then what would you be? How would your life change if you're not sad? What would you do differently? Like, if someone had a magic wand and took all your sadness away, what would you do with yourself? That's the question. And I think oftentimes people don't see that if there was a magic wand that took away all the sadness they have, they will do the very same things, the very same activities that led them to sadness in the first place. You may not do the immediate activity, like, I don't know, like you gambled and you lost 50,000 bucks, just throwing it out there. You may not do that very activity, but you might go a few steps back and do the activities that led you to gamble in the first place. So we're not able to see the biggest problem in our life is not the sadness, but we're not able to see that it's our lifestyle that is putting us in this position that we are sad because we want that which is not ours, and we want to take that, we want to take from others and from Krishna that which is not ours, and we don't even want to give credit. We're actually living a very sad reality, in the sense that our whole life is about denying the truth. Our whole life is about denying that we are not the body. Our whole life is about entertaining ourselves while we're waiting for death to inevitably strike us. It's a very sad reality. You're living in it's kind of delusional in a sense, because we're trying to make it a happy place, but it is a place that is meant to time out and disappear. So we're not, the saddest reality is knowing that death is certain, we're not willing to do anything about it. So we just want to entertain ourselves through this thing or that. That's why we're actually fundamentally sad. I've actually seen this in my own life, like, when I was a teenager, maybe like late teens, wanting to enjoy, wanting to enjoy. And it's such a pressure to enjoy. I've got to figure out how to enjoy. I've got to figure out how to have a happening time. But how can you have a happening time in a material world where there's danger at every step? So ask yourself, if you were not sad, what would you do?